Waypoints. Waypoints will cover all aspects of navigation for the overland traveler. Navigation is the act or practicing of navigating, the method of determining position, course, and distance traveled.
This week was supposed to be about using apps in the field and how they can be used for more than following a track or route as you're navigating. GPS devices are great, but they can break, get lost, or easily be hampered by weather conditions. Even though I recommend these devices and apps for your adventures, by no means mistake that for my endorsement of that being your only means of navigation. Have paper maps of every leg and possible leg of your trip, and know how to read them. Also have a compass, and know how to use that as well. Now, a couple of books I recommend on compasses are The Wilderness Navigation, Finding Your Way Using Map, Compass, Altimeter, and GPS. It's the official navigation textbook used in outdoor education courses by thousands of students. Another book is the Be Expert with Map and Compass. This popular orienteering handbook has been the book of choice for professional outdoorsmen, novice orienteers, and outdoor organizations, as well as teachers, scout leaders, recreational hikers, hunters, and others around the world. Now I'm going to list some of the maps I recommend that have taken me all over and I've been completely satisfied with. Now that's not to say there aren't other sources out there, but these are the choices that have worked for me. The first map I want to recommend is a series of maps. They come from DeLorme Atlas and Gazetteer. They make one for each state, and I personally own over 40 of their maps. The maps have an incredible wealth of detail. They're a perfect companion for exploring the outdoors. They're extensively indexed, full-color topographic maps provide information on everything from cities, towns, historic sites, scenic drives, boat ramps, even prime fishing spots. It's extensively indexed and has handy latitude and longitude overlay grids for each map, and that allows you to navigate with GPS. Next, I have Butler Maps Backcountry Discovery Route maps. They allow you to venture off the beaten path and navigate the backcountry discovery routes. The maps highlight the entire route across the entire state using public dirt roads. You don't have to baby them. They're waterproof and they're tear resistant. You can scan the QR codes to pull up-to-date information as well as seasonal weather and elevation. Next, I have official state highway maps. Now, every state has one, and it's usually issued by that state's Department of Transportation. Just go to the state's official tourism website and get one for free. The maps you can get online from the United States Geological Survey websites are detailed and endless too. Their national forest maps are some of the most accurate and up-to-date maps you can find when venturing into the national forest. You can also usually pick up these maps at a ranger station, national forest headquarters, and some information centers. There are a lot of maps I could have mentioned, but these are the ones I keep going back to and I've been happy with. You can navigate this entire country with a combination of these maps. A viewer of the podcast asked me the following: which model Midland radio do you have installed in your Jeep? And could you please tell me why? First, thanks for the question. And before I get into what exact model I use, let's get into what I require. I try to make as many things as possible in my rig easy to remove. As much as I love being remote on my travels, I also enjoy the things the city has to offer as well. When I do that, I like to unload pretty much everything of value into a hotel or a KOA. So my first requirement was a radio that was easily removed. Second, using a Jeep as my overlanding rig requires being as economical with space as possible, which means I needed a radio that was small and I could install in unique places, but I wasn't willing to give up features to do so. And third, I'm a glasses wearer, and I'm not getting any younger. So for me, it was important that I can easily see the screen and the buttons. So that made it mandatory that all the controls and the screen be on the mic itself. So the choice was pretty easy for me. I first purchased my Midland GMRS radio MXT 275 in February of 2022. Now, the reason I'm telling you that is because I'm proud to say Midland has been a sponsor of this podcast since day one, and they're responsible for the product we will be giving away this episode. However, I've purchased every single product I use by them so far. So if space is a concern or you have limited mounting options, this is a great option. And for you vision impaired drivers like me, you'll love having everything right there on the microphone. An extra of the microphone is the speaker being in the mic. That means if you're in a loud environment, you can always put the mic near your ear and hear all the communications. I hope that answered your question completely,